Hello there, Virgo. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot forecast for the week of April 20th through the 26th. I am using my Russian tarot of St. Petersburg once again. And what we have showing up for you, Virgos, on Monday, we have the Five of Coins in reverse. Five of Coins in reverse is actually a good card. This is a card that shows that there's a little bit of ease coming into your life. And this can be ease coming into your life in the way of budget. It may be that there's some kind of expense that you've been paying for a while and now that's paid off, and so you don't have to pull that out of your budget now all the time, so that gives you a little bit of ease and room to stretch and do some other things. Excuse me. It can also be ease in your life energetically or energy-wise. So there may be something that you were pouring some energy into that now all of a sudden it doesn't need that energy anymore. And so now you have more energy to do what you would like to do with it. So that's what I see coming in on Monday. I see some kind of ease either in where you're putting energy and effort or in your actual finances. Now Tuesday, what we have showing up is the Magician. And the Magician is a really good card. The Magician basically is the master manifester. The Magician is someone who can, and this is talking about you on Tuesday. And Tuesday, you're in a place where you can take the things that you have at hand and you can make them into the things that you want to have. So it's much like baking a cake. You start off with eggs and flour and sugar, and by the time you get finished putting together all of the ingredients for your cake and baking it, when you pull it out, it doesn't look anything like eggs or flour or sugar. So you took what you had at hand and you made what you wanted with it. That's an example of the Magician type energy, taking what you have, the resources that you have, and turning them into something else that you want. All right, so it's a very good card for Tuesday. Now Wednesday, what we have coming up is we have the Knight of Swords upright. So this is telling me, Virgo, that what's going on Wednesday is you are feeling like there is something calling you to action. You are going to be feeling like something that you value has been threatened or is being confronted, and you are going to feel called to action to do something about that, I want to say take action. The whole thing is about being called to action and taking that action to defend a value that you have. That's what's coming up for you Wednesday, Virgo. For a lot of you, this is going to be a value about self. It's going to be about how much respect and care you have for yourself and what you're going to let other people get away with as far as respect and care for you. In other words, there's going to be some people, for some of you, that are not respectful of you or very disrespectful. And so when those things happen, that's when you're going to be taking action. For a lot of you Virgos, that's going to be the situation. Now for some of you, it's going to be something more general. It's not going to be so personal. It may be something that happens at work where you feel like somebody was slighted or where things aren't going the way that they should and you need to take action. Yeah, for a lot of you, this is really about your own personal values, about respect and what you're due. Now Thursday, what we have showing up is we have the Six of Clubs, and the Six of Clubs is a really nice card. This just basically means that on Thursday there's some kind of project that you've been working on, and that this project is one that not only benefits you but also benefits people around you. And this project is going to be complete either on Thursday or by Thursday, and what's happening is these other people that are affected by this project you've been working on are going to be expressing their appreciation to you directly for your participation or your help on this project, or for you doing this project. Some of you are going to be doing this project completely on your own. But on Thursday, what's going to be happening is you're going to be receiving compliments and respect and appreciation from other people who are affected by this project that you've been working on. Now Friday, what we have showing up for you Virgos is we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is all about picking up the pieces in this deck. That's how I look at it. Excuse me. So this is just talking about that you've been through a struggle of some kind, and it may even be a struggle with yourself. That's really coming through kind of strong for you Virgos on this card this time. That you've really had this inner struggle going on, and this inner struggle was not without its own collateral damage. In other words, this struggle has cost you some things because you felt really indecisive about something going on. You were going back and forth and back and forth. And so this whole situation has actually cost you And so now you're picking up the pieces. For those of you who this is not an inner struggle, this can be just something that you've been struggling with. I'm hearing this for some of you that this is going to be health issues that you've been struggling with, and you've won the battle, but now it's time to start picking up the pieces from the struggle, because the struggle did kind of create some chaos and some scattering of energy, and it's time to regroup and pull that energy back in. So for some of you, that's going to be health. For some of you, this is going to be relationship related. A lot of times this happens, this kind of card will show up after somebody has been in a relationship that has been very trying for a while. And now that relationship has come to an end, and so that you can be picking up the pieces of yourself. You can be picking up your energy and gathering it back to you again. All this energy that you were spending on this other person, now you can start spending this energy on building yourself back up again, building your own strength back up again, and really focusing on you. So no matter how you slice it, basically this card is talking about coming through a difficult time, coming through a difficult struggle, coming to the end of it victoriously, but not without having paid a cost to get there. And now you're picking up the pieces and sort of putting everything back together and regrouping. Okay, so that's Friday. And then Saturday, what we have for you Virgos is we have the King of Coins showing up. The King of Coins, this card, I'm feeling like this is somebody showing up in your life on Saturday, and this is somebody who is a generous benefactor, is the words that I'm hearing for you Virgos on Saturday. So this is going to be somebody showing up, male. In most cases, almost all cases, this is going to be male. I won't say totally across the board, because you should never say always or never. Notice I just said never right before that. But I do feel like in most cases this is going to be a male person. This could also be a very strong charactered female. And when I say a strong charactered female, I don't mean just a little bit. Okay, but for most of you, this is going to be a male that comes into your life on Saturday. I feel like most of you know this person. This is like a father figure for most of you. For some of you, this is going to be an older brother figure. But this is going to be somebody who's been in authority that is somehow connected with you from the past. I don't feel like this is a new person showing up on Saturday. And on Saturday when they come in, they are bringing in some kind of gift or some kind of help for you on Saturday, Virgos. So let's see, Sunday, what you've got going on is you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. I'm feeling something a little bit different for this card for you guys right now. Let me kind of explore that a little more before I start spitting words out here. Okay, so Sunday I feel like you're getting some kind of news on Sunday that has you a little bit bummed out and just kind of down and blue. I don't feel like this is necessarily long-term bad news that has you bummed out or blue. This may be just something that's a disappointment that you weren't expecting. I do feel like for most of you it's sort of surprising information that comes in on Sunday that affects your mood in this way. Yeah, and it feels like whenever you get this information, what you start to do is you start, I feel like you have this emotional response to it of feeling kind of blue, but then I feel like you kind of bounce back and you start making a plan about, okay, well, what do we do about this? What's the next step? What's the next part of this plan here? Let's keep working on this. I do feel like it's on something that you've been working on for a while that you get this news, and so it's not, it feels to me like it hasn't been an easy situation for most of you Virgos that you've been working on for a while, and so this is something that comes up that is new information on that situation that it feels like it's just disappointing. It's not time to give up or to throw anything down and have a fit. But it is, you know, really calling you to make, okay, well, what's the next new plan? What's plan B or C or D or E, wherever you happen to be in this process, okay? So Virgos, that is your forecast for the week of the 20th through the 26th. If anybody would like to schedule a private reading with me, you can check out my website. I'm at amista.info. Make sure I'm the best person for you to work with. That's amista.info. Once you've checked my website out, if you still feel like I'm the best person for you to work with, go ahead and contact me and we can set up a schedule a time for an session with you as soon as possible. And for everybody else, I will see you all here next week. Everyone have a great week. Peace out.